Namaste viewers and welcome to Radio Football as the group stage of the year 2020 has finally concluded and we have some very exciting round of 16 clashes ahead of us. So today I'm going to give a preview and predict what's going to happen in these very exciting and entertaining clashes. So let's begin. First off, we have Wales versus Denmark, which is a pretty interesting clash between two underdogs. Wales, nobody expected them to qualify so convincingly for the round of 16 stage because everybody was expecting Turkey to do much better than they did. Anyway, Denmark also have been really good. Of course, their mindset has been totally changed after that Christian Eriksen tragedy, and they must gain confidence after their really convincing 4-1 win over Russia in the final game of the group stage. And I think Denmark have enough in the bag. I think they do, because Wales are very dependent on the two up front and Ramsey and Gareth Bale, and if either of them has an off day, I think Wales will lose. So I pick Denmark. I think they have enough in the bag. It will be a close match without doubt, maybe a 2-1, 3-2, something like that, but I think Denmark will go through to the quarters. And next up we have Italy versus Austria. This one is not as evenly matched as the last one. We all know Italy have been perfect in the group stage, winning all of their 3 matches, conceding 0 goals and scoring 7. Although they have not been properly tested by a very quality side, high quality side, but still I think they easily have enough in the bag to beat a team like Austria, who only have David Alaba as a marketable name. Now we move on to Netherlands versus Czech Republic. This is also another exciting game which you must think an upset is on the cards here, because Czech Republic have been doing much better than everybody expected them to. They beat Slovakia. It's not Slovakia, it was Scotland 2-0 thanks to Patrick Schick's incredible goal from half line. And they have done well to qualify in 3rd place, but I think Netherlands have been good enough to beat Czech Republic. Frank de Boer has faced less criticism as compared to what he did face earlier than this competition, but I think they have enough. I think they will go through. Now we have Belgium versus Portugal. This is one of the most anticipated clashes in all of these round of 16 fixtures. Very evenly matched without doubt. Portugal, a team which is very solid defensively under Fernando Santos, and Belgium, free-flowing football. Hazard, Lukaku, Mertens, really good attacking players. They do have an AG defense, if you want to call that, because the likes of Alderweireld and Vertonghen, throw in Boyata as well. Many people thought that they will face some problems, but they have ended up winning all 3 of the group stage matches. It's really hard to call there. Portugal, of course, have Cristiano Ronaldo, who is in hot form. 5 goals from 3 matches, although 3 of them were penalties. That's another issue, but Ronaldo is in good form, and I just think Belgium have enough. I don't think Portugal. I think Portugal sometimes don't know a set of system in which they are playing in, whether to play Bruno Fernandes or not, who to start with. Will Bernardo Silva start? Will Jota start? Joao Felix or not? They are not very certain about who will start and who will not. Of course, and of course, we saw a very good half from them against France in the first half, but I think Belgium will just edge them. Now we move on to Croatia versus Spain. As a Spain fan, I'm very interested to look into this match, because Croatia are a team that, of course, have a lot of veterans in Ivan Perisic, Luka Modric, Domagoj Vida, and many others. But Spain, I think this is going to be a typical, Spanish game where Spain just move around, knock around the ball. Croatia wanting to defend, wanting to go on the counter attack, wanting to defend well. But I guess I'll go with Spain. I think The final win over Slovakia was a big confidence booster for them. Also, Sergio Busquets is back in the lineup for them, and that is also another confidence booster. So I think Spain should do enough to qualify into the quarterfinals. And now we have France versus Switzerland. I don't think there should be much of a doubt here. Although France have not looked as perfect as everyone expected them to be. They had a really tough first half against Portugal. A draw against Hungary wasn't surely good enough, but still I think they have what it takes in the bag to beat a team like Switzerland. Next up, England versus Germany. This is definitely, without doubt, the most exciting clash out of all these. England versus Germany. England, of course, they have a lot of youth talent in the ranks, the likes of Foden, Grealish, Mount, Saka as well. There were many expectations from them, but they haven't able to play that free-flowing football as everyone expected them to. They have only scored 2 goals, mind you, in the group stage, of course, against Croatia, Scotland, and in the last game Czech Republic, 2-1 wins and a 0-0 draw over Scotland. All of these 3 matches, they won none of the matches quite convincingly, and I think they should have scored more with the amount of attacking talent they have. They have been very defensive. If you look at what the squad provides for them, of course many people are blaming Gareth Southgate for that, but I think again they will have to be defensive in this match. Germany like to keep the ball, they will keep the ball, and I'll go with England. I'm not so sure upon this one, and Germany might still win this, but I'll go with England, gut feeling. And now the final game is Sweden versus Ukraine. Interesting fixture. Again, both teams are underdogs. Ukraine and Sweden. Sweden did very well, topping the Group E, I guess, with Spain, Slovakia, and which was the team? Poland in it. While Ukraine also have done well. Sweden have been good defensively, maintaining that 4-4-2 block. Alexander Isak has been brilliant for them, but I'll go with Ukraine. I don't know. They have a really good fight in them to just go on and on and on. Players like Andriy Yarmolenko just push them on and on and on. And I think Ukraine will just edge them, although they're not favorites for this fixture. So that's all for today, guys. Like my video if you liked my analysis. If you liked my preview and predictions for this round of 16 fixtures, while comment down below your predictions and if you agree or disagree with me. Subscribe for more of this, and until next time, this is Radio Football signing off.